Logan. My response to Coffeezilla scam allegations. 7 minutes long. For reference, Coffee did these videos did crazy views, by the way. He did 3 videos, 24 minutes, nearly 25 minutes, nearly 17 minutes, and then 31 minutes. So that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff to drum up to respond with 7 minutes. And it's very interesting because it seems like Logan would normally want to milk content where it can. Seems like prime milking opportunity. All right. Here we go.
Coffeezilla. I watched your 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest...
Can you hear that? Can you hear that okay? Yeah, you can't post links unless you get permission. Okay, cool.
Coffeezilla. I watched your 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam, and like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money. While you're...
All right, that's a classic. That's a classic. It's a classic deflection. I mean, it's the classic defense. Oh, you're just using me for clout. Which, I mean, Logan Paul has more of a claim to this, but one doesn't just make 73 minutes out of, like, it would be one thing if it wasn't a substantive piece, you know what I mean? Like it's that's not something you say. That's something you say when somebody just puts the name in the title and thumbnail, not when they like try to do investigative journalism.
Your work used to... And like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money. While your work used to be impartial, your addiction to clicks has clouded your judgment and you've made very real errors with very real repercussions.
Interesting. So I think that this, I'm trying to milk this 7 minutes, right? I'm going to try to think like listen to what he's saying and process it as he's saying it. So his claim is that Coffee's addicted to clicks, which is interesting because I would say that like Coffeezilla to me doesn't, I mean, he does talk about the big stuff, but a lot of times it doesn't feel like he's talking about like the biggest things he possibly could be. Like he doesn't really get into like drama. He's like usually talking about stuff where there's like investigation to be done. Have you ever been offered NFT or crypto stuff? Yeah. I mean, tons of emails.
Coffee, you took a shot at my reputation. So in this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel.
It's like a, he's really trying to make this art. I don't think anyone's going to buy the argument that Coffeezilla is a gossip channel. You know, he's literally talking to primary resources. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think that people are going to buy it.
You see, Coffeezilla tried to work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often speculative. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance. But as opposed to just telling you, I'm going to show you some of the core discrepancies that I caught in Coffeezilla's investigation.
Okay.
You interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held it hostage for $1 million. Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely as the...
Well, so the other thing is that kind of undercuts Logan's argument is that he's been reached out to for comment a lot, and he just avoided it. So I feel like to wait until this is blown up into a big, I don't know. I feel like he could have cut this off much earlier.
Internet detective that you proclaim to be, you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery, armed robbery at a liquor store, and the other for, surprise, obstructing the legal process.
Then why did you hire him? So why did you hire him then? That's my question. This stuff happened in 2002. Now you're discrediting him?
I can see why you kept him anonymous.
Who will be calling Z here.
I guess among many things, it doesn't surprise me that he lied about having 30 engineers and a $50,000 a week burn rate.
On my end, I have 30 engineers. I'm earning $50,000 a week.
Which, side note, is how this delusionist landed on the $1 million code ransom, but it turns out he only had 3 engineers. Wouldn't
showing offices in person doesn't, I mean, like, these have to be refuted. Like, I can't take Coffee's word or Logan's word at face value, but showing a photo of a tech office in COVID where like everyone's working from home, like, doesn't really prove anything.
someone with journalistic integrity know their credible source had not only an agenda, but a fondness for orange jumpsuits? Or did you just hear what you wanted to hear?
Like, the thing that he sources is literally 20 years old also. So like it's kind of irrelevant, maybe? You know? Like, especially since he hired him.
And moved on. Because even if you're lying to yourself, Steven, you still have to believe it. And I know what you're thinking. What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like Zach Helling? I guess that's what I get for trusting the team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process, who has turned out to be a professional con man that I have since learned fooled billionaires, the Mormon Church, the owner of the New York Yankees, and now me.
Did he learn that from Coffeezilla's research? because Coffeezilla figured all that stuff out too. And it seems like he figured it out. Logan figured it out too late. Like, interesting.
And surely you knew Emilio, the gentleman who supposedly let his child invest in a cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I mean, the type of people who are investing in this, it's kind of a weird look. It's a weird
was
look.
Allegedly responsible for 2 rug pulls before you interviewed him. So either you missed that or you knew it and failed to let the public know. Why? Because it was a clear sign that he was also untrustworthy.
His whole argument is, well, I hired scammers, so it's not my fault, while he's actively trying. Yeah.
You seemed pretty excited when the guy told you that he couldn't hatch the eggs.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No, I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
You're kidding! You can't hatch?
You're kidding. You can't hatch?
You can't hatch?
Yeah, 1 second of research would prove that to be false, as you can definitely hatch eggs and even breed your animals.
Click on that. Oh, we got a duck.
And as you pointed out in your front.
Yeah, I would like to see. I don't know very much about Logan Paul Singh, so I would like to see him respond. Coffee respond to this.
Fine print.
Click on that. Oh, we got a duck.
And
Oh, wait. Hatching and breeding on BSC previously functional but currently disabled on ETH. So would that, wait, hold on. Is this Logan Paul added? Did Logan Paul add this? Because like, can you still not hatch? Because like that would mean that like if you couldn't currently hatch, then I mean, I do think it's irresponsible to not address that like you could hatch at some point in time.
And as you pointed out in your fine print, cross hatching was available on ETH.
Oh, okay, well,
at one point, but you perpetuated the opposite as truth with your chest out.
Basic.
Wait, but isn't that what?
Be false, as you can definitely hatch eggs and even breed your animals.
Click on that.
You said you can or could?
Prove that to be. You're kidding. You can't hatch.
You can't hatch?
Yeah, 1 second of research would prove that to be false, as you can definitely hatch eggs and even
He said you can definitely hatch.
breed your animals.
Click on that.
And then here it says previously functional but currently disabled. So that feels like him doing what he's like claiming Coffee did.
Oh, we got a duck.
And as you pointed out in your fine print, cross-hatching was available on ETH at one point, but you perpetuated the opposite as truth with your chest out.
Basically, nothing worked.
And by the way, Guy, almost all NFTs are just pictures.
No, it's just a picture.
And surely a real internet detective would not break criminal and civil laws in trying to.
It's just a picture.
And surely a real internet detective would not break criminal and civil laws in trying to get information, right? So why have you allowed the illegal recording of Jeff's phone call without his permission? And then more like an internet criminal, post it online.
And it was interesting. It was like,
Where is he located? Because I guess he's saying that it. So who's in California? Is Coffeezilla in California? I have to imagine he would know if he was in a two-party state or not. But I don't know. Like this is valid. I just assumed that like yeah, Coffee's in Texas, which is one party.
Line.
And yeah, it's like the whole picture thing. It's like he advertised that it was handmade art, but then it came out that it was just like Adobe stock images mashed together.
it was interesting. It was like, this is wild.
Now, although you didn't verify any backgrounds, substantiate any evidence, took multiple criminals' words as truth, and broke.
You can't, I feel like that you can't say that when you hired said criminals, right? Also, like it implies that criminals can't tell the truth, which is like also a thing that like isn't true. I don't know. It's like it's a character. What's the logical fallacy for like attacking someone's character? Ad hominem. Yeah, it just seems. Yeah.
Broke laws, you still publish the defamation. However, unlike you, the block.
He calls it defamation, but I mean, Logan. I feel like Logan Paul is gonna have a hard time proving defamation in a world where he like promoted Dink Doink and shit. You know what I mean? Like he's kind of got a track record of promoting like crypto projects that don't go anywhere. Yeah.
Blockchain doesn't lie. So let's highlight some things that you did point out. Crypto King Jake stole $6 million. True or not, we had already removed him from the team when we realized he was a bad actor and his motives were purely financial.
That's a thing where like, why did you work with him? We have known that he's a sketchy dude for years at this point. You know what I mean? And like that type of person, I could tell from like the sniff test of like his DMs to me. His first DM to me was, "Hey Jarvis, you made an unbecoming YouTube video with many false claims. I'm not here to threaten lawsuit or name call." Like that's the guy we're talking about here. And he basically was like, "Hey, I'm not threatening a lawsuit or anything, but a lot of people are taking back their claims against me." Guess what? No, I didn't take back my claims against you, and other people didn't either. You're just an untrustworthy guy. And you're just a scummy dude. That's just based on the way that he walks and talks, man. That's not even based about the actual scams that he's associated with. But anyway, we been knew Collectibles Guru was trouble. We been knew.
Conman Eddie team when we realized he was a bad actor and his motives were purely financial. Conman Eddie, lead developer, stole 1.7 million. True or not, when we learned he was a bad actor as well, he was immediately removed from the team. While myself and Jeff sold nothing and made nothing as verified through investigation and the blockchain.
Jeff, Logan's manager, to my knowledge, never sold. Neither did Logan Paul.
I repeat, Jeff and I made no money and will never make any money on CryptoZoo.
But that doesn't. I mean, Coffeezilla said that. He didn't say that you made a bunch of money. He said that you got people to invest in a broken project. That, yeah.
In fact, we only lost money trying to pick up the pieces. As has been the case with dozens of crypto and NFT projects, the space...
It doesn't matter if you made money if your goal was making money. It's like, and we would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. You know what I mean? We failed the scam and so he shouldn't be blamed. I mean, like, I think that there's real stuff in here that I want to see Coffee's response to. So, but I do think that, like, I'm just thinking about this from a public perception standpoint. Like, I don't know that a lot of people are going to really believe him because... Well, why is that? Why don't I think a lot of people are gonna... Oh, because he hired these people and he's kind of being like, aren't you supposed to be credible? And it's like the entire point is that Logan Paul's project wasn't credible because he hired these scammers. You know what I mean? So it's like him trying to bring down Coffee to say you're just as uncredible as I am, ultimately just admits that he's not credible, or admits that he's not to be trusted when it comes to these projects. Yeah, like it's your responsibility to vet the people, and like whether you not made money, it's like you were putting your name on it, your fans were the ones spending money on it. What do I have in my... I wanted to see what's the like dislikes, see dislikes on YouTube. Isn't there a Chrome extension or something? Return YouTube dislike. The issue is that people watching will so blindly believe him. Yeah. Okay. So we're at 4 minutes and 7 seconds. I want to see how the like dislikes.
Coffeezilla, I watched your...
Okay, so people don't like it. I guess a lot of people are feeling the same way.
In fact, we only lost money trying to pick up the pieces. As has been the case with dozens of crypto and NFT projects, the space is unfortunately ripe for bad actors to infiltrate projects that start with even the best intentions. Jake the Snake is no longer affiliated with CryptoZoo, and we hope the money he reappropriated was worth ruining his reputation. Conman Eddie is being investigated.
What do you mean ruining his reputation? His reputation has been ruined for years and he still worked with him. I don't understand. He's literally been the laughing stock of the Pokemon community, unbroken since 2020. $30,000 Pikachu, that shit has been a punchline for years now, for 3 years, almost 3 years. So it's just like, it's hard for me to believe that he's just now finding out that these people are scummy and sketchy, because to me it just seems like he saw dollar signs and wanted to, you know, get the bag by all means necessary, and then was able to look past the sketchy past of the people that he was working with. I don't know that for sure. I'm just trying to like get inside of, you know, like that's my opinion based on seeing the leaked Slack messages and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I don't know anything. Ultimately, I'm just offering my opinion.
By a higher authority that I cannot speak of. As you can imagine, I was...
Wait.
Con man Eddie is being investigated by a higher authority that I cannot speak.
Maybe Logan doesn't realize Crypto King is the same person after he changed his name. Maybe. Yeah, maybe he's like, this is a new guy. Kind of sounds and looks like Jake, but... And his name is also Jake, but he goes by Crypto King instead of Collectibles Guru, so it must be a different man.
On. As you can imagine, I was not cleared from legal to discuss much of this, including the legal process being undertaken and the criminal investigations going on during the fallout, but I do appreciate you calling out that rats under my nose stole the game code, millions of dollars, and left Jeff and I abandoned with no team and knives in our back. But even after 12 months...
Knives in our back. It's so dramatic. Like, it's like... Okay.
...of work, you've still managed to overlook one crucial piece of information. See, even though I've said it's coming so many times, you've assumed that Crypto Zoo isn't being made. Who are you to decide when the development timeline ends? I got
That, I feel like that's a little cap, right? That feels like, oh, it feels like something he could say of, oh shit, they're saying it's dead. Let's rev up the engines. Let's start the Crypto Zoo machine again.
Everything stolen from me and our community. Stopped promoting publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal issues. Took all of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory...
And why didn't he say... At no point did he say, hey, we're still working on it. There's that quote from the coffee video where like somebody's like, hey, is this the Crypto Zoo project that you're working on? He's like, no. This is the biggest thing I've ever worked on. Like, why didn't he say anything about it? I don't understand.
Story hit piece.
Like all he could, if all these people are tweeting him saying Logan this, Logan that, he could just say Crypto Zoo isn't dead. It's still being developed. I can't share much about the timeline, but don't worry. We're coming back and stronger than ever or whatever.
Fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio. Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading.
Knowing that he was innocent, but it's his project. It's still got his name on it, dude. You can't just, like, if a company has a bad actor, it's still it's still his project that he was promoting and he was putting his name on, and he still has responsibility. It's not, he can't just like wipe his hands of it just because he chose to work with bad people. You know what I mean?
In your $10 million studio. Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously...
Yeah, I want to go back to what he said.
And you still published a defamatory hit piece. Issues took all of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory hit piece, fully knowing I was innocent.
Fully knowing I was innocent? I don't think he would say you're innocent, and I don't think you're innocent. Like, you're not innocent just because you chose bad business partners. You still have to take responsibility for that and the effect that it had on your customers and your audience.
Just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio. Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it. And maybe we...
Oh, okay, so he's gonna sue him. That's gonna be interesting.
We could have talked about this if you had reached out to me, personally. Not my manager, Jeff, who is not me, Steven, but the first time you did was on Christmas Eve after you released your series, so you...
No, that doesn't seem right.
But the first time...
I think that he said he reached out, and this says third request for comment, by the way. So it's kind of hard to imagine he is reaching out for the first time, you know what I mean? But I mean, he's just gonna have to share receipts, you know? It's not right. Coffee posted screenshots on Twitter.
You did was on Christmas Eve after you released your series, so you could rely on false statements and unreliable people used recklessly. The subject line was third request for comment. Yeah, not quite. This will be my third time reaching out to you and your team. The first two times were through your manager, Jeff.
Okay, so I mean, it's valid that he should have just DM'd Logan, since he does DM everybody else like pretty directly. But maybe he did try to he would just have to share whether or not he tried to DM him.
The first two times were through your manager, Jeff. Okay, so the last time on Christmas Eve, after the fact was, to me, you have a funny way of twisting things. And I also noticed
So it was the third. He did DM him. Okay, so how is he supposed to reach him then if he didn't respond to his DM? That's what I'm saying. Coffee posted a screenshot that he DM'd over a year ago. Yeah.
you left out that part on Twitter. Why? I hide that. Trust me, CryptoZoo is coming. I will make damn sure of it. And honestly, it f***ing sucks that after years of personal reform, going through trials and tribulations, and busting my ass to evolve into a person that I can say I'm actually proud of, you led the charge to drive and monetize a narrative telling millions of people that I'm a fraud or I tried to scam my audience. That is patently false. This video is mainly for my fans and anyone who's on the fence that I hope I can help understand a situation.
Why did they do this handy cam? It kind of feels that
is
like, why is someone holding the camera right now? I feel like he could have just done this alone.
tremendously complex, but has been oversimplified for both views and clicks. And lastly, Coffeezilla. I now know your motives with this. Clout and money, good for you, but also you're slimiest. So I'm not.
I mean, no one's going to believe him though. He has to know that type of thing, like, dude, you're slimy as fuck, is coming from, like, people are gonna be like, no, Logan, you sound slimy as fuck saying that. It like to feel more organic and less scripted. Yeah, like, it just, like, even if you're right, which I don't know, like, I don't know the facts, like, it just doesn't look good. The optics are bad. Yeah, exactly. Forest guys calling Coffeezilla slimy.
Going to come on any of your podcasts. If you want to come on Impulsive and talk about this, that's fine. You've denied my invitation multiple times. You're still invited. It can be a one-on-one. If not, we're going to handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
Oh, now it's coming 20. See, it's just so weak because, like, he's like, you forced my hand. I have to reveal my big plans to launch CryptoZoo. I just wanted to keep it secret, and I was just letting everybody call it a scam while we secretly cooked in the darkness. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? It just feels like they just started up the project again to get out of a lie. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's trying to be like, let me cook. Guys, I was cooking. Let me cook. I was busy cooking. I didn't see that people were, like, losing money and stuff. I was just so busy cooking. Gosh, let me continue to cook. 23-24, guys. I mean, look, I want to see Coffee's response. I want to see Coffee's response, but I do think that this is a bad response given, I guess it's to his audience directly. Crazy how you hired a whole team of scammers and yet you were completely innocent. Right? That's what he's saying. And even if that's true, you have to do a lot, even in the most charitable world where that is true, you have to do so much work to, like, see that argument coming and fight it. You know what I mean? How can I blame everyone else and not take accountability? Like, that is how people are going to read this, and that's how they have read this. I kind of feel like the suing thing is a bit posturing. I feel like because, yeah, like, most grifters have the sense not to sue people because the discovery process means they'll have to put all their cards on the table. Yeah, it's so weird because this is not the. Yeah, I mean, like, Logan Paul didn't have to do any of this. He has so many other things going on for him that it's just like this is not the way to. protect his, reputation. From prime to crime gets me every time. Proper response would have been, yeah, no accountability whatsoever. Like that's the issue, is that he's not taking any accountability, and no one's going to believe that he isn't at least a modicum 1% responsible. The guys I hired are clearly criminals, so take that, Steven. Yo, for real though, dude. Does anyone else feel like he should have responded more in detail than a 7-minute video? Yeah. Logan calling someone slimy, yeah. What's the point of a manager if he won't tell you anything? Yeah, that's... Imagine hiring only bad actors, not once, but like 4 times. Truly an SBF level response. It's funny how pretty much everyone guessed this would be your response, and it was exactly that. Damn, dude. He is getting cooked. Dude is getting cooked. How to avoid accountability in 7 minutes. I'm trying to think of a funny tweet. Wait, don't want to do that. I'm gonna be like, damn, Logan really said, I'm not, wait. Wait, let me see. Damn, Logan really said, I'm not responsible for anything, and everyone I hired was a criminal. We'll see if this hits. If not, I'm just gonna delete it. Did Coffee respond with anything? Fear not, Crypto Zoo holders who spent millions in 2021. The basic game might be delivered in 2023/24. And definitely not because I made a video series about it. That's what I'm saying, dude. This is hardly important with all the insane lies on Logan Paul's new video, but did he really say he was going to sue me and that he'd love to host me on Impulsive? It's a trap. That ain't a podcast invite, bro. No, I don't expect you to see every DM, which is why I reached out to your manager and explicitly said I was trying to reach you because I hadn't got a response. Logan really reaching on this one. Hi, Jeff. I'm reaching out for a comment on CryptoZoo, which I'm doing a story on this October. I'd like to speak to you and Logan as soon as possible since I have so many people telling me you guys scammed them. Would like everyone's side of the story. This is Steven, creator of Coffeezilla. That's a text message. I mean, any manager that doesn't pass something like this along is a bad manager. Oh, and then here's him. Hey, Logan. This is October 1st, 2021. 2021! Hey, Logan. I've been trying to reach people from the CryptoZoo team to get a comment on the emergency story that the devs for this project haven't been paid. Damn. This is over a year old. And he got read receipts on, dude. So he read it.